Now to a live look at SFO. Americans are ready to travel. Airports and airplanes have been packed. And while the U.S. we're free to move about the cabin, so to speak, there are still testing requirements if you're traveling internationally. Today in the base, Kris Sanchez joins us live from Mineta, San Jose this morning with more. It'd be nice to get away, Kris.
Well, we just did. In fact, I just flew with my family to New York a couple of weeks ago, and every airport between Mineta, San Jose and New York was packed. Every plane was fully booked, every seat taken. So it is clear that we are in a summer surge of travel. Now, for the 10th day this month, TSA screened more than 2 million travelers yesterday. It was 2.2 million travelers screened on Sunday, and that was the highest volume since the start of the pandemic. That is up from just 633,000 people the same weekend last year. So if you are taking flight this summer, you should know that you still have to mask up in the airport and on planes unless you're actively eating or drinking. And demand is driving prices up as many people are rebooking travel that they postponed through the pandemic. If you travel internationally, know that the CDC will require that you show a negative COVID test or proof of recovery to get back into the country. And depending on where you're going, you may need a COVID test there too.
And at point of check-in, they go through your passports as well as these papers to make sure that you have the negative COVID test. I was surprised that there was no need to test to enter the country, but only to exit, because I've heard discrepancies based on where you're going.
So as travelers are looking forward to getting on the road, packing our bags, airports and airlines are struggling to staff enough TSA workers, pilots and other flight crews. And even before the pandemic, airlines were facing a pilot shortage as many were reaching that mandatory retirement age. So this weekend alone, American Airlines canceled 400 flights. They say they may have to cancel up to 50 flights a day through the middle of July.
Well, Kris, before you go, you mentioned there's a shortage of TSA agents as well and airport workers. Is there anything being done to really encourage people to apply for these jobs?
Yeah, so the TSA is actually offering $1,000 bonuses for people who apply to be TSA agents and get hired. And then even like Dallas International Airport did something interesting. They sent out a memo to all of their concessionaires telling them, don't poach each other's employees. Like, we all need workers. Don't make it worse by stealing each other's employees. Try to find somebody else. So if you're looking for a job, there's certainly a lot of spots that are open.
There you go. And it'll help travelers as well get through
Pay for that summer travel.
All those long lines, exactly. Thanks so much, Kris.